Okay, we're back at it again. We're somewhere between Christmas and New Year in that blur. I forget what day it is. But it's we got the gearbox back in yesterday, so that feels like an achievement. We took the cap off the end of the gearbox linkages area, whatever you call that bit, I don't know. It was a bit gunged up to get the four-wheel drive linkage working again. So I'm gonna have another look at that today, see what's going on with that. I was told by the manuals and the Google posts and what have you that that can cause some of the issues that we're having. So while we got access, it makes sense to do that one. And then I think I want to get the prop shafts back on, get the clutch all connected back up, get the floors back in. I've ordered up some foam tape for the floors, like sealing tape, so it'll go between the aluminium and the steel and stop any of that corrosion. Also, it'll keep out some of the weather, water, dirt, maybe keep down some of the noise. Who knows? I know you don't buy a Series Land Rover to make it quiet, but hey, let's have a go. I've also ordered a few litres of hydraulic fluid after yesterday's debacles with the engine hoist. The little red 2-ton trolley jack also let me down, and the little red bottle jack as well. So out of 4 of the jacks, 3 of them weren't performing the best, so I'm going to get those bled and working properly for when we tackle the Mini. I'll definitely need the engine hoist to get the engine out of that Mini. So yeah, let's go and crack on. So we're back looking at this here, this little cap over the end of the these sort of levers. I know what everyone's thinking. I mean, that is stopping it coming off this piece of the clutch mechanism. Why didn't I take it off when the gearbox was not on the car? And would you be right? Although I think this came with the bellows, because it would have come with the bellows, and so I don't know if it would have made an awful lot of difference. These pins here I can't get out. I don't know if they're meant to be tap out or whether they're pressed in or what, but there's another one in here and I can't even get to that one to push it out, so I think that's a non-starter. The only bit I've got, might be able to undo these 2 half-inch bolts here and see if that gives me enough wiggle room to, it's nearly there, it almost comes off, but I think I'll try that. If I have no luck with that, I'll just have to clean it up in situ, maybe try and re-weld on that little bit at the top, and then clean it up and reassemble it. Okay, let's just pop this gear stick back on, see if I can shove that out of the way. That might give us another little bit more wiggle room. See? Yeah! Success! We got it off. Right, looks a bit grimy in there, don't know if you can see in there, but it's not very clean. It's like rusty soup. The same just on the end of these shafts, so I can clean all that up. Don't know how well you can see that. And then repair the little top of this where that snapped off. So yeah, let's do a make start on that. I'll give this a quick clean up as well. This is the gear stick for the high-low shift. See about pushing one of the dents out. There's a little vent in this one. Yeah, on the side here. Kind of warm this up just in case it's catching on one of the shafts. Just while I'm doing this, if you know, I see the views steadily coming in for some of the videos. If you do like the videos and you want me to continue, please drop me a like, a subscribe, be much appreciated. It's good to know sometimes that there's someone else on the other end of the camera. So yeah, we really appreciate it. Actually, let's put it so you can see what's going on. I just put it down to spray it. I noticed that there was a dent in it, so I thought, just in case, let's get this dent out first. Did it? Nice. There we go. That will do. It's not perfect, but that was never the intention. Look at that. You can see that close up there. So it's still a little bit of a flat spot on here, but it's not too bad at all. I'm happy with that. Okay. Well, it's better than it was, eh? Okay, while that paint's drying, I'm going to have a look to see if I can clean these up at all. That's a start. It's not looking terrible. Best I can do for now anyway. So just we've got this oily mist. We're going to drop on a bit of brake cleaner on here. See if we can. We've got this cap here that we were working on. If you can see that, it's too dark. Is all back in. The high-low range levers in. The four-wheel drive levers in. The clutch slave cylinder is now bolted back in. I've re-greased this for the cross shaft bushing here, so that's all back in. Clutch should be working. I just want to check that all the movements and that as per spec. Okay, so we've got the handbrake remounted to this bracket here, connected up the top there as well, just in there. So then you connect this to this one. I've got the clevis pin, I think, inside for that, and then the spring to reconnect as well, and the bolt on nut on this end. That should be. Oh, and we got another split pin to go in up on that there. was sure I had the clevis pin. I think it's called the clevis pin that goes in here, but I cannot find it anywhere. I thought I had a spare, but no. So yeah, that's all trashed as well. I think I'm gonna put a bolt in there for the time being, order up a new one. I'll replace this rubber boot while I'm at it, order up a new one of those. But yeah, it's one of these here I need. I'm sure I had one somewhere, but yeah, it'll turn up the minute I order one. I was a bit annoyed. The engine crane, which proves to be not that great, it's dented and scratched all my sill. So the whole thing needs a repaint at the end anyway, but yeah, just working in tight spaces, I guess. Okay, so luckily for us, postman's been, we have received our new clevis pin. I don't know if you saw, but the one on the handbrake, this piece here on the spring, that bit was missing, so replace that. Bell housing bolts, a full set, so I think what I'll do is just put them on the ones that are missing or lost, and I'll keep the others as spares if I need them. And then we've got the neoprene seal, so it's just I think it's about 10mm wide, 3mm thick neoprene seal that I'm going to put around the floor before putting the floor trays back in. Hopefully get a bit more, you know, weather resistant, noise resistant. That's the plan anyway. So what I want to do on these, just clean up these bits. This is where the seal will go. So I'm just going to run a wire brush around them just to make sure none of this bits of mud and whatnot are touching them. So I'll get a better seal when they go down. So I'm going to stick some of this neoprene seal everywhere with these panels joined. So this one, other way around, right? Oh yeah, in here where it goes onto the bulkhead, and then over here where this one goes onto there. It'll make a difference, but you'll see. But I'm just going to warm up first so it sticks a bit better. See if I can bang them in loose for now. That spring goes in here. Okay, taking that panel back off again. I was rushing ahead. I thought I bolted this in. I hadn't, so I couldn't get it to these two at the front, so I'll do those now. And while I'm at it, there's a bell housing that missing down there. I think there might be one. Yep. Oh, Okay, so to adjust this clutch, the distance between the top of this bracket here and the bottom of this, let's just move that light around, the bottom of this nut, let me see, oh, blimey. Well, mine's 88, so I could shorten this by about 15mm, which is about that bit there. So yeah, let's give that a bit of adjustment, see if that makes it a bit better. So all done. In the end, it was actually quite fiddly to do, so I had to take this out and adjust it from there. So now the distance from this top bit up here down to the bottom of this nut here is 73.4 as per the manual. It's just a really tricky place to get to. Okay, everything's finally arrived. The new boot for the handbrake going into the drum, and we've got this with the proper clevis pin on the end, so we can finally get those put on the handbrake. That'll finish that job. I don't know if you've already seen this, but we got the new rubber mountings on. Oh yeah, no, those are the new ones, so just tighten up. So this is the gearbox stabilizer. I believe these are only fitted to military, of which that Land Rover is ex-military. So it did some time in Northern Ireland with the military police and the British Army on the Rhine in Germany. So before it was demobbed in 82, I think. So it's currently -5 out here on the driveway. It is freezing. Thermal overalls on now. Nice. So we're just putting the stabilizer bar back onto the gearbox and the chassis, and we flip you around. So just tightening them up here, and then these two bolt onto this here. Stabilizer bar back on, new bushes, all tucked up and finished. Okay, this brake mechanism all stripped down. So we've got a tatty old busted boot off. A nice new one ready to go on. Here, these are neoprene strips that are going in. Just got one here. So warm these up with a heat gun, stick it on here, and then when the floor goes down. Okay, floor's all back in. That side, I've got my mat back in. It's getting dark, so it's got the light rigged up. Next mat. Finished. Okay, so I messed up last night. I left the lights on, hence we had to resort to the jump back to get it going today. But she's running lovely. But now we have to shift this one to get this one to there, and that one to here, and that one runs terribly. So yeah, let's get shifting.